So, good evening, everyone. I believe you can hear me, and I want to wish you all compliments of this season and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. So happy that many of you are able to join tonight, and I'm so happy. Please, if you are joining us, just let us know uh, in the chat where you are joining from, what you are up to, and what you look forward to getting out of this class today. Let's know. All right. So I think I have my slides set up, and I think we are good to go. So once again, everyone, you're welcome, 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 welcome. Let's know your name and where you are joining from. Let's know your name and where you are joining from. Let's know your name and where you are joining from. All right. So tonight we are considering a very, very important topic: how to dominate 2026, the AI trends, the tools, and the resources you need to know and be able to harness in order to be able to get it right come 2026. We are just few days to go, and probably some people might be watching this in year 2026. I want to then wish you an happy new year. But we are live streaming this in December 2025 in order to be able to prepare people ready for what we are running. And so I want to welcome everyone once again to join as you join this live session. Glad to have you all here, and thanks for staying tuned in order for us to be able to have this session. All right. So as a form of introduction, my name is Engineer Timothy Adirogba. An AI prompt engineer. I'm based here in Lagos, and we're taking you through the best AI tools you need to make money from. They are not advanced tools, are setting up tools that you can use even as a newbie or as a non-techie person. You don't have to be techie in order to dominate it. You just have to get it right. You just have to get it right. So I'll be running you through some basic apps. You might be familiar with them, but just bear with me as I will take you through all that. All right. Now let's run through it. So for you to be able to dominate 2026, you need to have what we call leverage. All you need to do is make use of leverage. Some people will consider what they have at hand, what they can do, or what resources they have opportunity. So it's either you have time, you have money, or you have people. That's human capital. Whatsoever advantage you have in any of these three, you can actually use it to leverage in order to scale to where you want to be. So if you have capital, you can definitely get a long way to it. If you don't have capital, then you need to have time. So which means that you might need to exchange your time for money, or you can use your time in order to you can use time to save it for a longer period of time to get what you need. So all what I'm saying is that you need leverage, and one of those leverage is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence had actually made work a lot easier, that made wealth acquisition much easier, that made content creation much easier. It had made creating wealth, reaching thousands and millions of people much easier. And as just a personal experience for me, I studied engineering back in university days when I had my bachelor's degree. But over time, I realized that it's not just about the course I take or just the face value. I have to actually develop my skills in order to be able to make headways in life. And so that is some of the things that actually cheered me to be able to learn some of these things I'll be sharing with you. So just about 8 months ago, I was at the risk of being laid off at my full-time employed job. At that particular point, I was bogged down with a lot of activities, and my boss called me in and asked me that, Timothy, come over here. I realized that due to your productivity and things, we have to put you on a probation. And in the next few months, if you are not able to get us more productive, we would have to let you go. I received that news with a shock, and I had to go back and realize that, okay, if this is the situation that is at hand, what do I have to do? It's either I get something better doing or I improve that my day job. But one particular thing that helped me through that period was one particular question, which I asked myself and I prayerfully thought over it. And that question is quite straightforward. And the question is, what do you have in your hands? What do you have in your hands? And that motivation, what motivated me to that was right back from the book of the Bible. I'm a strong faith believer. I'm a minister of the gospel as well. And the scripture that struck me then was the story of Moses. When Moses was at the brink of the Red Sea with the people of the Israelites, and it happened that at that particular brisk of time, the question came to him that, okay, how do you cross the Red Sea? Before you is the Red Sea, behind you are the army of Egypt. How do you surmount this battle that is in front of you? And how do you surmount the battle that is behind you? It was at that challenge, and that is me here, like seeing me here, facing that brisk and being challenged and saying, asking myself, based on this thing, what do I do? Who am I and how do I surmount this challenge? So that's like me here, standing and facing the challenge that is in front of me. And the same question that God threw to Moses that period at the Red Sea, which is, what is in your hand? What do you have in your hand? Was the same question that came to me. And when I asked myself, what is in my hand? What do I have? What are the resources I have? What are the leverages that I can harness in order to be able to surmount this challenge and make something better for mine? And the answer to that was simply these digital skills, the AI skill. At that point, I was about 3 years into AI. I've been about 7 years experience learning digital skill. As much as I was in full-time employment, I also had a side hustle. I had a business that I've been running with my wife. We call it Teams Media, and we've been running it more as a side hustle. So I now realize, okay, these are things that I have. These are the resources that I have in my hand. Then how do I face this challenge? How do I surmount it? And so when I faced that challenge, I had to come abreast and say, okay, this AI, how do I actually, I've learned a lot about it. I've taken certificates, and I know some of you here might have taken free courses, jumped from courses to courses. But it's not just about learning the courses, it's actually about applying what you have learned. So I've learned it, I've demonstrated it in some little capacity, I've seen how it works. Okay, how do I make sure that I have a lot in my hands, in ministry, in family, in work, in my side hustle, and how do I juggle all these things together? And so I began to realize that, okay, I need to harness this AI and I need to make it my roadmap to success. I really need to make it my roadmap to success. And so I began to now dive into, okay, now what are the tools that I have? And those are some of the tools that I'll be running you through later in the webinar. I had to look at what's working for me, what do I want to achieve, and how do I adopt this thing into my system. That is the system I applied. And I must tell you, within 3 months that I started applying all these things, I started using a lot of tools. I experimented with over 83 AI tools, 83 AI tools, to realize the one that really works for me and the one that will be very effective for two things. Number one, productivity, and number two, profit. So let me try to explain that to you. Number one, when I talk about productivity, it's about, I used to use 5 hours to do documentation almost every day. And then what is left out of my time? My day is almost gone and all these things. So how can I shorten that 5 hours into 2 hours, into 1 hour? Those are the AI tools I began to explore. I began to consider those. Number two was now that, how do I also use this AI to create profits for myself, to be able to increase my wealth, to be able to scale my business, to be able to grow better. So I know that, okay, I can create images, I can create videos, I can create content, I can do this, and I already have some growing audience in my sphere of influence. Then how do I package all these things to be able to scale? And that was what delved me into this AI deep dive journey. Within the 3 months that I was intentional and deliberate about this process of making AI my roadmap to success, to the glory of God, I was able to double my income. And not only that, because one of the businesses I started then was actually using AI to write resumes for people. And because AI was smart, I was able to train it, and some of the apps that I used I'm also going to run you through it. I'm going to take you guys through many of these things tonight. How I was able to use ChatGPT, how I was able to use Gemini, Grok, emerging technologies like that. I'm going to show you a snippet of those things to show you that these things really work, and these things are things that you guys also can readily apply wherever you are and in whatsoever you are doing. I'm going to show you a snippet of these things to show you how these things work. And so I began to apply these things and deploy them as well in what I do. Are you with me? So please, if you are with me, just comment in the comment section, I'm with you. And whatever that I'm saying that really catches your attention, just type it in the chat. Because the more you also write these things, the more it's become part and parcel of you, and you're able to apply those things also to your life and well-being. So please just type in the right chat, I'm with you, I'm following, and whatever key point I mentioned that really resonates with you, please just mention it in the chat. It's going to go a long way in encouraging yourself and also in encouraging other people that might come along with you. Okay, so I began to see this thing, that this thing is a leverage, and these things are things that I should begin to see and things like that. So I began to go deep dive into it and begin to experiment with it, that okay, now that I know these things, how do I apply them into so I began to package them, and I was able to gross over 1.2 million passive income just from this income source. Passive income. And to the glory of God, I also had a supportive wife who also collaborated with me. So we were running this business together. Let me just show you some of the things that we were able to do. I'll show you that very shortly, so that you can see that these things we are saying, they are not just gainsays, they are real and they are working. If you are willing to also put in the work and be intentional about making your success story work just by doing some of these simple things that we are talking about. Okay, so one of the things I do is simply just go to ChatGPT, tell people that I offer this service, and when they send me their resume, the longer you use these things, so a quick disclaimer, these things are not get rich screen. They are not things that you just start one day and you blow the next day. They are things that you have to get more and more, and you have to be deliberate about it. So let me show you a quick snippet of some of these things that I'm showing you. Okay, so let me show you this. So this is one of my ChatGPTs that I use for some of those things. So you can see here resume revision, care resume, admin assistant resume, and some of those things. And now I prompt ChatGPT just this. I upload the raw data of the resume. I ask it, help me revise this resume, the professional summary and actionable and related. So using the prompt engineering that I've learned, I just apply it, and it says here's a revision plan for your resume, this and that. So I get all these things, I use it, I upload them, I edit them, and I also have few volunteers that also work with me. We do all those things. So just for disclaimer, I will just run through it just for you to see what I'm trying to show you. So we run through it, and then once you are done, you export it, package it into PDF, and send back to them. And I must tell you that we are getting like 20K, 25K clean from just offering this service to people, and we are cashing out on a daily basis just from this. And this is just one of the side hustles that I was doing. I'm trying to show you that what we are saying is not just gainsay, they are real and they are true. So this is just one of those things, including to the point of packaging other form of application, offer letter, cover letters. So when you are applying to when you are sending out applications, usually some of these things you need to ensure that they are well revised, they are well customized, and they are not generic. So many people don't have that time to begin to do all these things by themselves. So they are willing and ready to pay us in order for us to do it for them, and in return we do it for them, we send it back to them, we ensure any correction they have to do, we do it back, and then we get it rightly done. So this is a way that we were able to successfully create many things just using simple tools. Many of you, if I ask you, you have ChatGPT on your phone, but this ChatGPT you have on your phone is not just for chatting, it's not just for chit chat, it is actually opportunity for you to be able to scale and then be able to make a lot of huge profit from it. So these are things that you can actually leverage on, and I want you to begin to see it. So back to the course of the webinar, we are talking about the best AI tools to make money that you can use to dominate year 2026. Please do well to like, subscribe to this YouTube channel, because come 2026 we are going to be dropping values back to back, and it's one of the things on my personal goal for 2026 to share a lot of lessons, to be at the brisk and the edge of cutting edge technology. I'm a certified prompt engineer, and I have over 7 years of experience in this game, and I'm trying to also use this opportunity to be able to share the knowledge I have with many people. And we'll be doing that through our webinars, through courses, through classes, and through many more resources. So please look forward to this in year 2026. We are coming powerfully to you with loads of value, and I'm sure that you definitely get one of it. So let me now go back to my presentation and walk you guys through what I have for you in full. I'll go back to my presentation and walk you guys in full. Then I will also show you some practicals as I go ahead. All right? Okay, let's do this. So dominate 2026. Number one thing I would like to show you is that this slide that you are seeing on my screen is actually AI generated. All I had to do was prompt the script for this webinar, tell the AI what I had to do, and then prompt it. So for some of you that don't know, there is this AI that is called gamma.app. So you can use it to prompt. Is an alternative to PowerPoint, but you know PowerPoint you just have to use templates and manually customize it yourself. But with gamma.app you can do these things and dominate it. So look at this, for example. Let me just show you the home page, so you can see how I'm able to edit it. You see, I can edit what I want, I can adjust it the way I want, I can modify it the way I want, I can bold whatever I need to bold there, you see, and it's generated using AI. So if you have a presentation or you want to produce pitch deck, you can export these things as you can export it as PDF. Let me show you. You can export it. Just say export and go to export to PDF. You can export it to PowerPoint. You can export to Google Slides. You can export to PNG and you download. As a matter of fact, some of the things that I use for content creation across my YouTube, social media, especially LinkedIn, is this. You know, LinkedIn has this carousel format. You can use this thing also to generate carousel and publish directly on your LinkedIn. So I want you to try it out. It's very, very valuable. All you have to do is export to PDF and you have it generated. So something like that. Enter your prompts. What do you want to generate? How many cards? How many slides? Give it content. You have the option to even tell it. Maybe you want it to be illustration. You want it to be a realistic image. You want it to be a pencil style. You can do all that and it will generate it for you. So this is the first slide. Let me go to the second slide. So in this second slide, I'm dealing with trends for 2026. So what's working now? The things that we have seen that are working now are basic tools, very, very working well. And if you might have noticed the trend, ChatGPT, Gemini, they are all in consistent race towards the world of AGI. So AGI is the advanced level of AI where AI is able to think like an human. Now AI can do automated things like a robot, but we are coming towards the age. Some people have already predicted by 2030, year 2030, we are going to be very, very close to the world of AGI. So AGI is that AI itself can think for itself. Now AI is more of a garbage in, garbage out. What you prompt into it is what it gives it out. The more better you prompt, and that's why you need to learn prompt engineering. The better you prompt, the better it is, and we can train you also on that. So that is already working. Now what is coming next? One of the things that is coming next is the era of videos. Now we have seen AI perfecting images. That is one thing that has been very much achieved in year 2025. In year 2025, one of the things that is working right now is that images are now more realistic. So when we are talking about AI realistic images, year 2025 has it. If you see before, there is no way you will tell, this is AI images. If some of you remember those images that are generated by ChatGPT, you will see that anytime you see that flyer, you know that this is AI. But now, AI, ChatGPT has just released ChatGPT 5.2. Just 2 months ago, they released ChatGPT 5.1. This year, around March, they released ChatGPT 5.0. You can see the advancement has been growth. And as much as ChatGPT is doing it, Gemini is also using it. This year, Gemini released Nano Banana that we use to generate images in our AI prompt class. Now, when you look at all these things, you realize that there's a lot that is actually changing, and there's a lot that you can harness. What's coming next? We are coming to the era of hyper-realistic video generation. Hyper-realistic video generation. Now, videos that are generated by AI still have a lot of shortcomings, but we are coming to the point where people can generate user-generated content, explainer videos, AI avatars that speak like real humans, like app webinars, are coming into being. Now we have some tools. I can be mentioning a lot of tools. Like I told you, I've experimented with a lot of tools. So if you are good enough and you have your notepad there, you can type it or type it in the chat so that you can go back and record some of these things. So one of the tools that I use is Aging. Aging works well. Ageygen. Aging works well for AI avatars. It can imitate your pictures. For some of you that might have seen our slides or our video ads that we put out there, you realize that these videos are coming close to being hyper-realistic. Even though as at 2025, you can still tell that this is an AI video. But in 2026, what's part of the thing that is coming next is that those videos will become so hyper-realistic that people will have to watch it up to 3-5 times before they can realize that something is fishy with this video. We are coming to that age. Now, between what is working now and between what will work in 2026, the gap and what you need to do is what we call strategic adoption. You need to adopt this thing to position yourself. Now, some of you might be full-time business people, you might be entrepreneurs, some of you might even be employees, you are working for someone, or you are a student, you are learning, you want to ensure that you skill yourself up in order to be self-dependent. You don't want to be dependent on some other people. You need to adopt this thing strategically for your use and for your future. These are things that you really need to do for you to be able to bridge the gap between what is working now and what is coming up next. You need to adopt AI. All right, so going next, I'm going to tell you what are the visuals that really sell. What are the visuals that you really sell? So we have example of image generation tools. We have what we call Gemini AI. Let me start with that. We have what we call Gemini AI, and I will quickly just show you. I want to just try to show you something now on Gemini AI, because some of you might have joined our AI prompts group, where we post the prompts almost every day, and you can be able to use those prompts into Gemini AI and use it for your content creation. So the output image you use, you can use it for content creation. All right, so I want to show you what I have for you, and I will just show you back screen to show you what are the things that you can actually achieve. All right, let me just switch to that. Merry Christmas once again, and I will just shortly show you what I have in Gemini AI. Okay, Gemini AI is still loading. It's still kind of loading. But meantime, I might just... Okay, good. It's back. Yeah, good. We have Gemini AI. So some of these tools, please just take note of it, and I will show you some of the things that I've generated with Gemini AI and some quick tips on how you can prompt better. So if you look at, let me just show you some of my few stuff. We have so many of them, but these are just some very few stuff that I've designed with AI, just very few, because I have some accounts. You can see some of the AI images. For some of you that attended one of the webinars we did some time ago, the images also are generated with AI, hyper-realistic images. For some of you that might have seen my current debates, things like this are generated with hyper-realistic images. So one of the key things I want to show you in this quick webinar is this clause. We have what we call Smart AI Users Framework, but there are some of the things that actually distinguish what we do to make it hyper realistic. One of it is this: using the uploaded image as a reference, retain the exact face, skin tone, facial proportions, hairstyle, expression, posture, and all defining facial features. Do not alter identity or realism. This particular clause is very necessary for your Gemini to be able to retain the face of your uploaded image, because once you upload the image, it's likely to change the face of the uploaded image. But if you look at this picture closely, it looks so real. In fact, if I was to take this in a studio, I'm sure that they wouldn't be able to get this as accurate as you are seeing it right now on your screen. This thing is so real. It's able to, even to the point of all the dots on the face, it's able to bring them out so clear, so sharp, so realistic. This is because Gemini AI is able to do that, and we're able to prompt it very much effectively. Let me show you. This is the image I uploaded. But if you compare this image I uploaded to the image it's bringing out, you will realize that what is even bringing out is far sharper, brighter than it. These are things that you can achieve with AI. So let me run you through the smart AI framework using this example. So number one is that you use this clause. This clause will ensure that Gemini AI is configured to retain the exact features, which is very important. Now, smart AI framework, we have 5 steps to prompting effectively with Gemini AI. Number one is the subject. So you want to describe what the subject is doing. So the subject is the man or the woman or the logo that you upload. That's the subject. So I want a studio portrait of the subject facing forward. Both hands are placed on the cheeks, elbows out, and then the kind of expression. You see, I express those things. Then next, I go into the styling. I express that for this styling, the subject wears this, styled in this, and is flowing naturally around the shoulders. Next, I describe the background. I want a solid red studio background, and this. What the background should be like, I highlighted it. Then I talk about the technical specifications. That's usually our number 4 in our framework. Describe the details as if you want to see yourself as like a professional photographer. What are the things you want to do? So you have things like lighting, you have highlights, you have shadows. You describe how you want those things to be, and then eventually you talk about quality and you talk about output. So how do I want it to be sharp? How do I want it to come out? Send all those things into Gemini AI, and Gemini AI will come up with a sharp image for you that is exactly representing more than what you can do. Now, some people will say, in the first time when I prompted it, it didn't give me the sharp image. It didn't give me exactly what I want. All I just tell you that you can reprompt. Are you with me? You can reprompt, you can adjust, and you can modify. So let me give you a very quick hint. One of the things I use temporary charts. So if I want to do something that I don't want to stop, I use what we call temporary charts. So in temporary charts, your recent charts don't appear, but it's a very good way to do what we call experimentation. Then something about Gemini AI, which I want to tell you tonight, is that once you use a prompt consistently, it gets to a point that Gemini AI becomes confused. So if you tell it, adjust this, adjust that, it will be doing rubbish. It will not listen to you because it has already stored a lot of information that is not knowing, is it the first prompt you showed me, or the second prompt, or the third prompt that you want me to respond to. So it mixes them up. In that case, don't continue to prompt in that same chart. Go to a new chart or go to a temporary chart like I just showed you. Post that prompt, and what you just do, add your file. You understand? Add your file. You can upload from file. Like me, I already have it in my drive. Upload your file. Just look for that image, that particular image that you want to show. Go to that image. Let it show you the image. And then once you have the image, you upload it directly into, let me just pick one of my images that I use. I'll just choose that image, upload it, and then I will shoot for it. Now, a very quick note. You will notice, by the time you experiment a lot, you will notice that when you are using one particular image, Gemini likes consistency with one image. But if you are the one, you use one image today, another image tomorrow, another one next tomorrow, it confuses Gemini. Gemini does not know, now it gets confused, does not know the one to choose. It's better you stick to one consistent input image. and you realize that the more you stick to that consistent image, the more it will give you that thing. So once you generate that image consistently over and over again, it will be giving you that consistent picture, that consistent image. So these things are very, very important that you take note of. All right. So let me just show you some of the things I've prompted before and how these things do. You can prompt a realistic social media profile page by extension. For some of you, some of these prompts we have it already in our prompt image, and we have a WhatsApp channel where we post some of these prompts. Now, interesting about WhatsApp channel, unlike WhatsApp group, is that WhatsApp group, if you didn't join early, you won't be able to get some of these prompts. But on our WhatsApp channel, you can see some prompts that were posted 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, even if you joined today. So if you have not joined the WhatsApp channel, we will drop the description, the link in the description or in the chat. Please ensure you click it and join. You will see some of these prompts. All these prompts I'm sharing here, you will see the prompts there. Do well to join, and you can just, all you just have to do, that same prompt, you copy the prompt. You can see, copy the prompt, go to a new image like I showed you. Go to a new image. You can use temporary chat or a new chat entirely. Use new chat. When you come to new chat, you see it asks you Gemini 3. You can use tools. When you see tools, use click nano banana, which is like create images. Post the prompt, upload your own image. You can upload it from your drive or from your Google. You can use your drive, use your file, upload it. Look for your picture there. Upload the picture and send. So very quick tip, which I've shared with you once again. Very quick tip. So let me just use one of my pictures. So I have this picture here. You see, I have this picture here. I'll just click insert, and then automatically it also generates. Now, very quick tip, please stick to a sharp image. Now, this happens to be a studio image, but if I don't even have a studio image, it can be a photo, a photo you take with your phone. Make it sharp. The better the inputs, the better the outputs. All right, better the outputs, and these are things you will do. Now, there are some advanced things you can do when it comes to AI. One of the things is called advanced prompting techniques. All right, advanced prompting techniques. Now, this is one of the images I used in time past. If you see this code is called JSON code. It looks a bit technical, but in our advanced masterclass, we explain how you can reverse prompt images. So these prompts, some people will think I manually typed it. I didn't manually type it. I simply use some tools that we use for reverse prompting, generate those prompts, and then use it to generate it. So when you look at JSON code, it's even much sharper, much efficient than even normal code. And see the final image it gave me. This is just it. Eventually, I didn't go with these headshots because when I reprompted it another time, it gave me far better, far sharper images, and that was what I eventually went for. But this is just a snippet to show you what is possible and what you guys can actually start practicing from now. So I'm able to show you some things that you're able to see that these things are working, and these are tools that you can actually start using to be able to dominate year 2026 and make a lot from it. And next, I'm going to show you some other tools. It has not ended. We have just starting dishing out the value. So I've showed you some tips already. I'm also going to show you more of some of these things that you can generate. All right. Okay. So let me show you how we use. I've showed you ChatGPT. I've showed you Gemini. I've showed you Gamma. Now there are some other tools that we use. Let me go back to the presentation and then we'll run through it from there. I won't take too much of your time. I'll just run through some of these things and then show you what is possible. We also use Grok AI for video generation. Now, Grok AI is simply a tool that you can use, input your image or your text, and you animate it. So for some of you, you might have seen the image, one of the videos that we used when we started this class. Some of the images that we use and video asset ad creative that we used when we started this class, some of them were simply generated using Grok AI. So with Grok AI, you can easily animate your video and generate it into prompts. So when you see some of these things, these are things that actually you realize that you can actually gain a lot from, and you can gain a lot of benefits from. All right. So let me show you one example of how we use Grok AI. But mind you, if you really want us to dive into how these things work, if you really want to go into it deep and deep, you will see that you might need to go for our advanced training, which is like our master class, because we actually dive into how you can actually learn these things in total, and how you can use it for profit, how you can use it for content creation. Now, for some of you that are in our AI prompt class, I need to share this. There are some of the reasons why
This
we are
Sunday,
sharing
join
some
me
of
for a
these things
special
with
webinar
you.
where we break down how to
So
use AI and
I
smart
believe you can
content to
see
create
it.
and profit this season.
So you can see it. Let me try playing it again. Okay, it just went off now.
This Sunday, join me for a special
So
webinar where we break
I've
down how to
muted
use
the
AI
audio,
and smart
but this
content to
video
create
that you are
and
seeing
profit
right
this
now on
season.
your screen was actually generated using Grok
This Sunday,
AI.
join me for a special
So I've
webinar where we
simply
break down how to
inputted
use
the
AI and
input
smart content to create and
image,
profit this season.
then it generated the video. You can see how quite realistic that is. These are things that we teach in our advanced masterclass, and how you can be able to generate these things. Now, some of these things, some of you will need it to be able to for your personal brand. So you have a personal brand for your maybe as an employee, or somebody looking for a job, or someone that you have a business you are running. You want to project yourself out there, because the more people see you, the more they know you, the more they will also want to work with you, the more they want to familiarize themselves with you. So these things, you want to ensure that you have them set, you have them growing. So when you generate images, when you generate video consistently, you want to be posting these things on your social media. You want to be positioning them on your social media, so that consistently people begin to see that you are proficient at this thing. The more proficient they see you, the more trust they have in you, the more they are able to now depend on you and say, okay, let me patronize this person. So, but if before AI arrives, you need probably to employ, you will need to employ a social media manager before you can get to create some of this content. But now with AI, all you need to do is employ AI to be able to do these things and be able to generate this content on a daily basis. As a matter of fact, there are things we now know as AI automation. You can use make.com, N8N to automate posting of this content on your social media. Now, many people will wonder that they always see me constant. I share posts almost every day on my social media. If I might tell you, the last time I visited Instagram was probably last 2 weeks ago. But I had put systems in place that actually keep content being posted on this social media. I post on Facebook, I post on Twitter, I post on Instagram, I post on Pinterest. Some of you don't even know. I post on Pinterest, and my content on Pinterest has started generating me affiliate commissions even in dollars, because some of these platforms, many of you just know few platforms, but there's some of these platforms that pay you to monetize your content, including YouTube. I post on YouTube, I post on many platforms, but I cannot be everywhere at the same time. AI makes it possible. AI makes it possible. But some of these things we won't be able to cover in depth, and that is the reason why come 2026 we are going to dive into some of these things in depthly to teach you how you can do it. We are going to teach you advanced prompting. We are going to teach you how you can design compelling graphics, how you can create stunning visuals, and how you can generate these things without having cost. As you can see, the tools I've told you, they are totally free. They are totally free. ChatGPT is free to use. Gemini AI is free to use. Grok AI is free to use. All these are free resources. Now, if you now want to go advanced, there are some premium resources you can get, which we also advise. But then you can start with free resources and start making 100,000, 50, 500,000 from them. Now, when you now want to scale up to the millions, at that particular point, you need to invest more in some advanced paid tools. But this class, this session, not go into that advanced tool. Now, let me talk about monetization blueprint and how you can actually put all these things together to be able to get a lot of profit and get monetized from it. So here you see AI image sales. All right, AI image sales. So one of the things we sell or we package as a product is AI headshots. AI headshots. So some of the things you have seen, how we create AI headshots, people pay us for it. People pay us for it. You just have to package your offering. Oh, I do these images and that. and I can give it out for you. So for us, we sell it at the rate of 2,000 naira, okay, per headshot or per photograph that you want us to do. We sell it at the rate of 2,000 naira per headshot. Now imagine you're able to do 3 of that, 5 of that in a day. That's just 10,000 naira. All right. Imagine you're able to do that in a couple of months. And as a matter of fact, this Christmas season, many people are looking for these things because they want to post something about Christmas to look like what I just shared with you, my Christmas cap image. Something like that is so simple that you can easily do. Let me talk about AI video creation. You can do video editing for people. People want to run ads. There's even what we call AI UGC ads. I don't know how many of you, if you have heard about AI UGC ads, please comment in the comment section or tell me the full meaning. Tell me the full meaning of UGC ads. UGC, what's the full meaning? Now, some of brands, especially in fashion industry, they pay heavily for micro influencers. Now, many of them have created big influencers and they pay heavily for big influencers. But instead of paying heavily for influencers, let's say they are paying $1,000, $2,000, they rather prefer to pay $100 for small influencers. We call them micro influencers, or we call them UGC, user generated content. So UGC content creators, to create this content, post on their socials, and they pay them money for it. Now, these UGC content are more realistic and they gain a lot of advance. So many brands are already using that. You can use AI. Now, the important thing is that you can now use AI to generate this user generated content. And people are making as much as $100 just for one video they create. Some even go as much as charging 1,500, but that is like when you have already gained a lot of brand exposure, you understand? But you can start somewhere. Now, not only that, you can do video ads, you can do slideshows. Now, the interesting thing is that even if you don't do it for people, the fact that you learn these skills, you can do it for yourself, you can do it for your business, you can do it for your organization, you can do it for your church. You can use that opportunity to dominate your niche. So maybe you are into fashion, you are into engineering, you are into sales, you are into marketing, you are in any field. You can use these AI skills to dominate your niche. And then you can also use it to constantly create content. I've shared with you my own example, how I'm able to post content on various social media platforms without showing my face, without even checking my social media. The notification I'm just receiving on my phone is somebody has liked your content, somebody has commented on your content, and I'm not even there because these contents are being posted, are being shared even when I'm not there. These are some of the things we go dive into in our masterclass, which I will join you to make sure you're a part of. Now, I've explained ChatGPT, for example, how you can use ChatGPT to write prompts, craft prompts. Now, interesting thing about ChatGPT is also we use it to do what we call reverse prompting. So if I have an image, I can reverse prompt it and generate the prompts from it. We also have tools that we have video prompting. You can reverse prompt a video and use it to generate another video. Lots of opportunities. Lots of opportunities. There are lots of emerging technologies. I've just showed you some of them. But some of you might not know, we have AI tools now that generate images, AI tools that generate 3D models. So for some people that are into engineering, construction, and things, you realize that you want to produce computer-aided designs. It will generate your building for you, or it will generate a 3D model of your machine for you using engineering. Now, one of the things I was able to implement when working as engineering in a manufacturing industry, one of the things I was able to implement an AI system that does an auto mock-up of products. So before, the company had a challenge in the sense that they had to be manually computing pitch decks for clients. But now I developed AI system that once a client develops it, makes a request, instead of having to wait till we do what we call prototyping, production, and things, and it will take weeks before it comes out. Now we're able to shorten it within 2 to 3 months, right? We're able to shorten it and we're able to get those things out. It's able to generate the mock-up, it's able to generate the 3D model, it's able to do it using AI. But it's not just as simple as just saying AI. You need to understand the engine and how it works. Now, some of those things are things that I put together and pitched back to my boss when I told you that I was at the risk of being sacked. And my boss, within 3 months, came back and asked me that what do I want? The boss that was almost sacking me came back to tell me that what do I want? And the reason was because my story changed to the point that I negotiated a double salary increment, not just 10%, not 20%, 100%. And I was promoted because at that point my productivity had tripled. What I was doing in 1 week, I was able to do it within 2 days. This all coupled by learning cutting edge AI tools and platforms. I will enjoin you also to take this thing seriously, as the possibilities and the opportunities are limitless. So you also learn integration strategies, how you can similarly combine these tools to maximize your productivity and your output. You need to know how to combine tools. When to use Gemini. Gemini, for example, is AI. Gemini is good for Gemini AI as a chatbot is good for when you want to search general knowledge online. All right. Cloud AI, for some of you that have heard Cloud AI is very good for humanized content creation. Now, when ChatGPT gives you some content, you will know that it's ChatGPT. Like some of the things they do, M dashes, emojis. Cloud does not give you that. Cloud will give you almost close to AI humanized. Now we have some AI we use like AI humanized AI.text. If you germinate a content with Gemini, with ChatGPT, and you bring it inside that tool will tell you that this content is 90 or 99% AI generated. But if that same content is generated by Gemini, Cloud AI, that tool will tell you that this content is 60%, 70% human, then maybe 30 to 40% AI. It shows you that this tool can generate things that will look so human to you. So you need to know their strengths and weaknesses. For ChatGPT, for example, can generate images. It has what we call Sora. It also has Daily. Sora is used for the video aspects. Daily is used for the image generation. It can generate some simple flyers for you, but not excessively. But if you need hyperrealistic human AI, you need Google Gemini, which is the nano banana model. You need to know when to use these tools, when to use that one. But ChatGPT is the most popular. ChatGPT is like a jack of all trades. ChatGPT can do charts, it can do image for you, it can even do video. Some of you may not have seen the video capacity, but it has Sora, which generates good videos. Some of these things we will not be able to dive into deeply into the night class, but these are some of the things you need to learn. So now, I want to now talk about how you can now start preparing from now and use this opportunity to dominate your 2026. How you can start preparing from now and use this opportunity to dominate your 2026. Number one, you need to learn. You need to be open to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Very, very important. Be open to learn, unlearn, and relearn. As a matter of fact, despite being a certified prompt engineer, a AI specialist, a AI automation specialist as well, I still keep learning. I'm still having a course now that I'm going to complete next week. I'm taking a course with Microsoft Copilot AI. I'm taking some courses on Power Automate. It specializes in business process automation. How you can automate process and connect SharePoint, Microsoft Teams, and MS 365 Dynamics together. Don't mind if I'm being a little technical here, but it's just one of the things that we do. I'm learning some of these things, equipping myself better. I'm learning anytime. If you look at my archives, I subscribe to subtasks, I subscribe to newsletters that tell me the latest trend. When ChatGPT releases their new model, I know. When Gemini releases their new model, I know. When Cloud releases and Anthropic releases their model, I know. When Meta releases their new model, I get to know, so that I can keep myself up to date with what is learning. So you keep learning, and you should not be ashamed to invest in your learning. This thing, part of the investment is investment of time. Like many of you that have taken opportunity to come to this webinar tonight, to come and learn. I know it's not easy, but for you to have squeezed time, in spite of the technical glitches, in terms of the difficulty, and make that time, it shows that you are really, really, really up to something. And if you stay true to the end of this webinar, I'm going to give you a very special bonus. for staying true up to this moment. Just watch out. Next, you need to earn. So it's not enough to just earn a lot of certificates. Like I told you, I've started my AI journey as far back as 3 years ago. I've been into digital space, like I tell you, over 6 years ago. But AI properly, I started learning AI 3 years ago. But for more than 2 years, I never made a single dime from AI. I was just learning. I was just gathering certificate upon certificate, join free class upon free class. If I join another group, they say pay. If the money is a bit, I pay. I was learning, but I never made a single dime until I started implementing proving blueprints for generating passive income. That was the breakthrough I had, and that is something I'm also encouraging you to do. It's not enough to just learn, implement. And some of these things are things that we actually employ in our AI monetization masterclass. We don't just teach you prompting. We don't just teach you advanced prompting techniques. We actually teach you how to convert these things into profits, how to create irresistible offers that your audience cannot resist. They will just have to say, take my money and give me what you have. They will even be the one begging you to get what you have in their hands. You need to learn that thing. So it's not just about it. I was able to invest in learning from coaches, from mentors. Some of them are brought on this platform before to come and speak. I have to go and learn and say, okay, what's the sales secret? What's the marketing secret? I have this skill. How do I package it? All these things you need to get, and our masterclass, advanced class, is an access for you to get these things right. Now, next, you need to take charge. You need to position yourself as a leader in this space. That's where your personal branding comes in. You need to present yourself that, oh, I'm in charge. I know how to do this. I can get this done. I can get this right. You need to position yourself for that. You need people to see you that you are the right person for them to contact. You are the right person for them to get to work with. You are the right person for them to be able to come and deal with. And once you are able to do all these things, you get to realize that your 2026 AI revolution is just about to start. There are lots of transitioning that will take place in 2026. The question is, are you ready to take charge? Are you ready to be at the edge of the revolution? Statistics have showed that the AI industry will produce 50% more millionaires than the internet did. Now, for some of you that might follow the trajectory, in 10 years ago, the people that were making the millions were more of the people who had real estate, people who had conglomerate of industries, people who are into oil and gas, people who are into deep manufacturing, people who are deep investors. But within the last 10 years, the internet, the likes of Mark Zuckerberg, the likes of Elon Musk, they were able to erupt because they leveraged digital technology, they leveraged internet. Elon Musk leveraged renewable energy, leverage those things, and they were able to skyrocket their income. Now, as I am saying now, Elon Musk is getting close to being the first man on earth that will earn $1 trillion. That will earn $1 trillion. He is very close to achieving that dream. So now, what are we saying? These things are getting close. But interestingly, AI itself is also producing millionaires. Normally, what would have taken 5 years, 10 years to achieve, within a year, within a two, you can achieve it. I myself am a personal testimony. I'm a millionaire, and I was able to achieve that just by leveraging AI. And I'm heading towards also becoming a billionaire and also scaling my income the more. And that's why I'm just enjoining you to join us in this journey and take charge of your life. So now, let me go straight into what I specially have for you. Was you able to learn? Was you able to earn? And was you able to take charge? Alright? Was you able to learn? Was you able to earn? We have a special offer for you, and that is something I really want to share with you guys tonight. We have a very special offer, very, very special one. And it's not for everyone, but it's for those that are actually ready to go beyond just the talk and do. If you are ready to go beyond just the talk and do, and make this something you really want to leverage on, something that you really want to make a revolution for your year 2026, You want this to be a beginning of a starting point in your journey and your roadmap to financial success. You need to jump on this thing. You need to leverage it. And remember, I'm talking about how you can dominate 2026 with best AI tools you can use to start making money right now. So you need to be able to look at all these things and say, now I am ready to go. I'm ready to learn. I am determined to make this thing work for me. I don't just want to don't just want to be at the sideline. I really want to go extra mile to make this work. So we are giving you a special bonus of 50% off on our product and services. 50% off pending for this lasting just this Christmas season, New Year season. We are giving you 50% off of our services. And what are those services? There are some of the things I've mentioned earlier. We offer AI images, we offer AI video, we offer training, which is our master class as well. We are getting you 50% off, and if you want to leverage this is just an opportunity for you to do just that. Leverage this opportunity for you to be able to scale, for you to be able to make 2026 your year of breakthrough, your year of making exploit, your year of actually making AI begin to work for you. Don't just work for AI, let AI work for you. And so if you want to claim this offer, look at this particular hyperlink on your screen. It's something that you need. You can reach us through that. All right, you can reach us through that and just tell us that you want to claim this 50% offer. And the code, the discount code for you to claim this offer, just chat us up on WhatsApp. The discount code is this. Type that discount code and we're going to give you 50% off. So you want to join our masterclass and you've been thinking on how to do it, this is your opportunity to join at 50% off. You want us to create AI images for you, this is your opportunity for you to get it at 50% off. You want us to create videos for you, this is your opportunity to get it at 50% off. You want us to teach your staff, teach your member of staff how they can also leverage AI for content creation, for business growth, for expansion. This is your opportunity to seize it at 50% off. Within 3 days, this offer will be closed because we have limited number of people that we can get on board. But the earlier you claim this offer, the better you are getting onboarded and the better that you are getting opportunity to be able to get be a partaker of these things, and for you to be able to also be a partaker and be able to see that these things work. Okay, so please ensure that you make use of this opportunity and also be able to leverage this opportunity to make something great out of this session. At this point, I'm still going to say something, but at this point, I want to say if you have any question, please do well to drop them in the chat. If you have any question, do well to drop them in the chat. All right. If you have any question, do well to drop them in the chat. This is just a testimonial for one of the people that have actually joined some of our classes that I'm also playing on the screen. I want you to see some of the testimonial of what people have actually said concerning what we are up to. All right. I want you to see some of these things. Some of the things that people have said about it and how you can leverage these things for your success, for your growth, and for your for profits. So please ensure that you key into this opportunity while it lasts, because it's not going to be forever, it's just going to be for a very limited amount of time. So there are lots of these things that you can actually be a partaker of, and this is your opportunity also for you to be able to make something great. All right, make something great out of this opportunity that we are sharing with you. All right, let me just play this for a while we are doing it. Meantime, please guys, if you have any specific question, please do well to share in the chat. Okay, please do well to share in the chat.
I come in contact with program Smart AI just for me for some time now. And when I joined, it was way a good reason. It was initially just based on something that was showing that actually capable. Not until I enrolled on the membership program. That's where I actually had a transformation on AI for I always have it there for I started using it very well because of the
All right, I'll
relationship.
just put it here. That's just to show you one of the testimonials of what we are doing, and people that have been partakers of what we are showing you up here. So it's not just by gainsay. It's actually the fact that we are doing what we say and we are saying what we do. All right. So I might also show you some of the other things very shortly. I'm not sure you heard the audio right. The audio was quite low, but the message of it is that he actually had been wondering how these AI things work until he joined our master class and was able to see the opportunity, the limitless opportunity that these things have, that he also could also be able to leverage on it and also start making great content creation and begin to get people that are beginning to raise their hands and begin to make profits from some of these things. I want to show you even some screenshots
Good
of people
morning,
also that have
everyone.
shared
My name is
some of these
Mr.
things
Tolulokwe
with
Adekunle.
you so that you can see
I'm
that
one of
what we
those
are
that decided
sharing
to
here
join the
is not
AI
just gainsay,
masterclass
it's
with
actually reasons of
Mr.
people that have
Ife
actually proved
Adirogba.
and seen that what we are
Basically, I
saying
started as a novice.
is really
I
great
didn't know
about what we
anything.
also do.
Like, I didn't
All
know how
right,
to blend color.
so I'll
I
share
was
that with you
disadvantaged
shortly.
in many
Just give me
areas.
some moment. I'll share that with you shortly.
With his assurance, he
Um,
said, well, we could go on well and things will work out well.
okay.
I was actually with
All
my
right,
first
so please keep the
few
questions coming.
production,
All right, I can see
starting
some
from the
people saying
scratch,
thank you.
basics,
All right, thank you also
starting
so
from the
much for
scratch,
joining the webinar
basics,
tonight. Thank you for being a
the
partaker. Thank
design.
you for staying
You
tuned.
know, the good thing about the basics is that he broke it down so much. I saw the work of expertise. I saw that the reason why I should join is not just what. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mr. Tolulokwe Adekunle. I'm on.
I didn't know how to blend color. I was
Good morning,
disadvantaged in
everyone.
many
Mr.
areas.
Ife Adirogba.
With his assurance, he said, well,
Basically, I started
we
as a
could go on
novice.
well
I
and
didn't
things
know
will work out well.
anything. Like,
I
I
was
didn't
actually
know
with
how
my
to blend
first
color. I was
few production,
disadvantaged in
starting from
many
the
areas.
scratch, basics.
With his
Starting from the
assurance, he
scratch,
said, well,
basics.
we could go on
The
well and
design,
things will work out
you
well.
know,
I was
the
actually
good
with my
thing about
first
the basics is that
few
he
production,
broke it down
starting from
so
the
much.
scratch,
I saw the
basics,
work of
starting from the
expertise.
scratch,
I saw
basics,
that the
the
reason why I should
design.
join
You
is
know,
not just what you
the good
see on
thing
the
about the
internet.
basics is that
Like,
he broke it down
yes, you can get
so
some of those
much. I
productions,
saw the
but
work
the
of
nitty-gritty
expertise.
of it,
I
I
saw
was able
that
to get
the
it.
reason why I
They
should
walked me
join
down from
is not just what
scratch.
you see on
And I think I'm doing
internet.
better because I
Like,
also have good
yes, you can get
recommendations
some of those
of
productions,
doing
but the
one or two, three
nitty gritty
things
of it, I was able to get it. He
AI
walked me down
masterclass.
from the.
All right,
I recommend if you're looking for where
so
to
I'm going
start
to pause it
joining
there
the AI
just to
class.
show you some of the
One of the
things
best
that we are doing
I've
up
come
here.
across.
All right, so these are
I was
testimonies
also
that we've
scared about
gotten, and I also
the
appreciate
cost
those
of
people that really took time to
equipment
share
and
these
co.
things.
When he told me
So
I
some of these things are things that they testify the fact that the masterclass was intensive enough, the masterclass was value loaded, and also they were able to get a lot of value more than what they even paid for. Interestingly, is that we also have an aspect of the class that also talks about profit. So we are not just teaching you about AI tools. We are not just teaching you about how you can generate these things. We are actually teaching you how you can make a huge, awesome thing from these resources that we are bringing your way. So I will really want to enjoin you guys to actually see this opportunity as something that you really want to take note of and you really want to make something great out of. I want to say very thank you for joining this class tonight and for making out opportunity to be able to join us. So if you want to also be one of our smart earners, so they are not just smart prompters, they are not just smart AI users, they are smart earners because they are converting what they know, the prompt they know, into profit and they are making a lot of money from it. So if you want to join our club, please do well to grab this special offer using that same link that you see on your screen. and the one or in the description. Ensure that you make use of it, and then you will be glad that you did. Thank you all for joining. And if you have many other questions, you can do well to also chat us up. Join our WhatsApp channel where we drop prompts so that you can all follow all along the way. Do well to join that, and do well to grab the offer that we are currently running. It's going to last just like 3 days before it runs out, but do well to join so that you can be one of those that will partake of this special offer. Because like I promised, for those that wait till the end of this class, I'm going to specially give you this offer so that you can be able to say, oh, this is something again I'm able to get it. And more importantly, this is like my Christmas gift to you all. This is like my Christmas gift to you all, celebrating Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. From all of us as Teams Media, we want to say thank you for joining the webinar today. And we hope that you, with all this we've shared, you'll be able to dominate year 2026 with the best AI tools to make passive income and even full-time income with this. So please ensure you practice these things we've shared, make profit, and be the best.